Hey, I'm Brett.
I'm Kimby.
We're here to talk about our roller coaster of a marriage. We've been married for 13 years. It hasn't been easy. Marriage takes a lot of work, and it's been a roller coaster, especially for us, with our highs and lows, almost to the point of divorce. Back in 2011, I had some rough patches. The ultimate thing was God wasn't the center of our marriage. I failed as the husband and the leader of the household to make sure that my family was on track and God was there. And I ran from him, and of course my marriage paid for it. For Kimmy and I, the divorce papers were signed, done deal. We were both done. But even though we said we were done and we wanted a divorce, we really didn't want to. Like, neither one of us could go through with actual serving any papers. Something there was telling us not to.
We moved away, and he was about to serve me, and I kept saying, God, you've got to be in control of this. And we finally just got back together.
It was funny how it worked too, because her family was out of town, and I had prayed and prayed for God to put us back together, and there was a glimmer of hope there. We actually went to marriage counseling with my Uncle Wes and Melissa, and we decided to forgive each other there at the marriage counseling and get back together. Well, Kimmy got scared. She thought I'd revert back to the old vet, the heathen, and she called me and was like, "Hey, nah, I can't do this." And then of course I was just like, "All right, that's it. It was a mind game. I'm done." And so I called my lawyer and I was like, "Serve the papers. I'm done." She went to serve the papers, and about an hour had passed, and something told me to call her back. So I called her, and I told her, "Hey, stop! Don't serve them yet. I ain't ready." And I went home that weekend for Thanksgiving, and went to go pick the kids up. Went over to the house, and that's when Kimmy gave me. And God, I think it was God, and I know it was God. God gave me a sign that she didn't want a divorce. We ended up getting back together, and ever since we both rededicated our lives to Jesus. We got baptized again.
And we got married again.
And we renewed our vows. But we started praying together, and it was no longer a I deserve mentality. It was more like a what can we do for each other mentality. It's still not, it's great. It's a better road. Everybody says it's perfect marriage, but every marriage can have its difficulties. But with God, it doesn't matter. He'll accomplish anything. You can overcome anything. So that's the way we took. We started praying first before we decide. We don't want to make decisions on our own. And, our family, we eat together as a family at the table now. She's actually happy about that. Never happened before. I was always in front of the TV.
Yeah, you got to put aside all of the Xbox and the telephones and the apps and do away with everything. Just take immediate time with one-on-one first with God, and then with your family. And then you can go out and spread the love to everybody else.
And we pray with our kids at night. Before they go to bed, it's mom and dad. We do the Bible app with technology. But then we pray with each of our kids and encourage them. And, we're living proof of what God can do to a marriage that was done.
We have 3 kids, and they're 12, 8, and 4. And right now, they've come a long way to see what Dad and Mom used to be like to now what Mom and Dad are with Jesus. And that's how we think, if you put Jesus at the head, and then the couple, the parents, leading the way, then your kids will surely follow. And don't give up.
Don't give up.
Because it took a long time, and many nights blessing the house and making sure, even when it was terrible times.
If your marriage is done and you think it's over and you've hit rock bottom, that's where God does His best work. Whenever you think that it's over. Many hours I spent upset over my marriage being destroyed, and me being the root cause of it. God kind of grabbed me from the wreckage and pulled me out of it. He's like, "Let me fix you first, whenever I get done fixing you, then I'm going to work on your marriage. And he humbled me.
Yeah, humbled both of us a lot.
And he worked on us individually first.
Because we had to tell each other the truth, and that right there was the most difficult part in our whole life.
The transparency was critical for us to become one again with God. I'd rather get in any amount of firefights in a combat zone or fight the biggest UFC fighter there is in the octagon than have to go through that transparency again, that talk we had. But that's the thing, though. I was so scared to do it, and I prayed. And Kimby will tell you, I said it even out loud before I started talking. I said, God, help me. And he was there the whole time. He gave me the courage and strength, like David had against Goliath, to tell her and become transparent with her. And that was the final step in healing our marriage. It hurt for both of us, but God never left us. And now there's nothing I can't tell her. I can tell her anything. I'm Brett.
I'm Kimby McMasters.
And we have a new marriage.
We have a new marriage.